the still of the. This is Pete pulling off an old Pete type of waiver move that might carry me at least get people forgot about Ben Tate. And
I don't think too many people forgot about him.
You know, in our league, he was in waivers.
Okay. All right. Well, he was in waivers, but it was like in well, I don't know about Double S, but in the other league I was in, and from what I was seeing, it wasn't so much that he was forgotten. It was just like one of those situations. It's like, well, do I really want to cut my number 2 or 3 for Ben Tate? Let's see what he does. Okay, so I'm sure he's gonna get picked back up this week.
No, he was hurt. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you knew at some point he was gonna be back.
I was there last week. Not this past week, but the week before, he put up numbers and nobody went after him. So I said, he's got Jacksonville, Oakland, and Tampa Bay the next 3 weeks. I'll play him against the Steelers. Let's see what happens. Oh, he scores 2 touchdowns. Yep. So now I got, in my mind, a pretty good, solid number 2 running back.
Yeah.
To go with DeMarco Murray. So hopefully I'm definitely not taking him out of lineup. Shane Vereen will get more looks now that Ridley's out, but they act like they don't like Shane Vereen no more. They like he did something, like he talked about Belichick's mama or something.
I think he must have talked about. Well, see, that's the same sort of mess that will keep me from going after LaFell, because next week, for all I know, that dude might be deactivated.
Yeah, the Patriots, man, it's hard to pick them. I mean, Gronk is not even having a great season. He's having an okay season.
He's been all right the last 2 weeks.
There's only one tight end blowing it up right now. That's Julius Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean,
I got him in one league.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
You know, Dallas Cowboys. I called it.
I used them in a pick'em. I'm in a pick'em league. I called the Cowboys over the Seahawks for no particular reason other than I figured it just looks like it's going to be that kind of week. I mean, they, go out there. I kind of had this discussion with somebody at work. I think it was late last week, and I'm like, yeah, the Seahawks are good, but I mean, if you go and look at about every really, really good defensive team, except for maybe bar the 2000 Ravens, to a good extent, they're going to do to you exactly what you let them do to you.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot more to it, though. I don't think Seattle is depth. They don't have the same depth.
No.
Coming behind that defense.
But they're still deeper than everybody else, though.
No, I wouldn't say they're deeper than everybody else.
On defense? Really? They're running 6-7 deep on the defensive line?
And they ran. What I'm saying is you can have a bunch of players, Prev, but all of them not that good.
Well, all of them are generally better.
Run fresh bodies in and just say go get your quarterback.
Yeah, but their 7 is generally better than everybody else's 7.
Call it what you see. It doesn't matter if they're all guys running in and out. They're trying to get to the quarterback. The one thing you just said, you go up against a team that can run the football, they're going to be vulnerable. I don't care how good you can rush the passer.
No, I mean, here's the point I was getting at. What I was going to say is look at those close games they had against the Cardinals and the 49ers last year, and even the Rams.
And the Panthers.
All those. Well, yeah, and the Panthers. But I mean, look at the Rams last year. They're not even good, but by default, they can't abandon the run, and yet they're going to give the Seahawks a real tough game. Same thing with the Cardinals last year. They ran the ball on them because it was either that or let the quarterback get killed. So that's what they did, and they had tough games. So the proof was there. You can run the ball on these guys if you want to.
But I'm saying this year, I don't think that's valid regardless, because even though the Chargers ran the ball, they didn't get yards. Phillip Rivers still balled out, and quiet as kept. I mean, think about this.
But going into that game, you knew the Cowboys, hey, look, if they run the ball, they got a real good chance. Is that something?
No, I went into the game saying if they run the ball, they're going to win. I ain't even think it was a good chance. So, I knew they were going to win that game.
Okay, so with that
trying to get to is But what I'm trying to get to is, listen to what I'm saying. Peyton Manning them didn't run the ball.
Nope.
They threw the ball. So what I'm saying is, I don't think that defense is. There's enough film on them right now that people are starting to figure out. That's one thing they had already figured out, running the ball. What I'm telling you is that they're one drive away from being 2-3.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't that Monte Ball balled out. It was that Peyton Manning finally figured, I can throw deep on it. Look what the Redskins did to those guys. They threw deep on them. That's what I'm saying. When you throw the ball underneath and you play, like you say, play to their hands, their skill set is
exactly what you want. What they
give
want.
Them, right. But what I'm saying is, Prev, even in handing it off, they scored over the top as well. Yeah. What I'm trying to tell you is, I don't disagree with you, but I'm saying is, I don't think Seattle's defense is even LOB right now, because you can throw on them as well. You can throw. Peyton Manning threw. Phillip Rivers threw. Kirk Cousins put up. He scored 3 touchdowns against these guys. So my thing is, with Seattle, to me, it's the same philosophy that Dallas is using. If they can't run the ball, and Russell Wilson is not running the ball, they're just a normal, hey, all right, Doug Baldwin, Percy Harvin, go out there and beat me with your route running. And Russell Wilson beat me from the pocket. They haven't done that consistently the last couple of years because they haven't had to. You know what I'm saying? They haven't had to. They've been able to run the beast and been able to get teams to play into their hands on defense. So, I mean... And
they played it, well, let's not forget, they also played right into Dallas' hands on Sunday, too. On the offensive side. I mean, how many carries did Marshawn Lynch get?
But
Marshawn Lynch only got like 11 carries.
And that's what I'm getting to.
That's what happened in Dallas' hands.
That's exactly what I was saying. That's exactly what I'm getting to. And the funny thing about it is, like I said, we're so good at sensationalizing. Oh my God, put Russell Wilson in the Hall of Fame. This team is the best team in football. To okay, now they're 3-2. Oh, the offense has got problems. And, and the Cowboys are the best team in the football.
Okay, no, I ain't quite go that far.
But that's what's happening. You know that. San Francisco beats the Rams, and they was talking about today who's the best team in the NFC. Is it the 49ers, the Seahawks, or the Cowboys? I'm like, no mention about the team that actually leads the division, the Cardinals. Duh. No mention about the team that's actually tied with Cowboys, Philly. It's like no mention about the Chargers. No, they were talking about in the NFC, but yeah, and the Chargers and the Broncos. Come on now. What's up, Jay?
What's going on?
Happy birthday, Jay.
Jay.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I don't know if that's my connection or yours. You good, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Let's talk about the Cowboys is the one story. Let's talk about the greatest story of the weekend.
The Browns.
The Brownies.
It is real. It is real.
Hey, I picked that game in my pick'em league too. Brownies over Steelers.
Oh yeah, I picked that too. I'm regretting the fact that I picked the Steelers to go to the playoffs now. That's the one team I think I'm gonna be wrong about.
I didn't see that one happening.
Well, they said Ty Haley.
Well, who else was you gonna pick as number 6?
Pittsburgh.
Who's number 6?
It was kind of, I was leaning towards the Ravens, really, and that's not out of the question.
I didn't think Ravens was gonna be that good, but they better than what I thought. They're a lot better than what I thought they was gonna be.
Well, I mean, it's either they have a game like they did against a dead team like the Buccaneers, or they have that way of dragging you down to their level and beating you. And it's going to be one or the other with them, or they're just going to be flat out bad like they were last year. I just didn't see that happening again, them being that bad. And as long as they could just get ugly, like they can do. They can take enough teams down and get into the playoffs.
They 4-2 or 3-2, 4-2, right?
Like that, yeah, 4-2.
Mm-hmm. I think they got a game over the Browns. The Browns are.
They beat the Browns.
Ravens beat the Browns barely.
Yeah, but I'm
We
gonna
should've
tell
won
you
that
right
game.
now. I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all. I mean, the Browns go ahead just start smiling from ear to ear because y'all mess around and win these next 3. Y'all will be ready.
Y'all on the dead part of the schedule now. Y'all got.
And my point is, but they'll be nice and tested and ready to go to whip up on Cincinnati because I am not a believer no more.
Oh no.
Well, and then Josh,
in the picture.
Josh
Lewis
Gordon should be back around the time Cincinnati comes around.
Man, my Marvin Lewis, I'm done. I'm like Stephen A. I'm done. That's terrible, dude. That's terrible. 37 points? What?
I think Mike Zimmer being gone is showing.
Yeah, that's
that
really
defense.
They're missing Mike Zimmer.
But damn it, just do what you did last year. Muscle memory. It's like, okay.
Mike, you see how
Mike
Mike
Gardner-
Zimmer is? He like to put
Okay,
hoops and
well,
people behind.
let's mention muscle memory though. Keep this in mind. No Malaluga. Atkins is like a shell of
It's
himself.
the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, he's still healing.
This ain't
Yeah,
the Packers. This is not the Patriots. I understood. That's Tom Brady.
What I'm saying
Carolina
is,
Panthers.
hey, this
Name a
ain't
running
the same-
back.
this
Name
ain't
a
the
running
same
back.
deep-
Name a healthy running back other than Cam Newton. Name
Sure,
a
at
running
this
back.
point, name a defensive player for the Bengals at this point.
Pac-Man Jones.
Perfect.
Pac-Man Jones.
Who ain't never covered nobody in his life either.
Pac-Man, talk about. Hey, everybody got a job to do, and then obviously you didn't do your job. You gave up 37 points to the Panthers.
You mad at the kicker?
You gave up 37 points to the Panthers and 40-some odd points to the damn Patriots the week before.
Yeah.
Pac-Man Jones needs to just basically say, "I'm just glad to
If I'm
be
Mike
here."
Nugent, I'd walk back and smack him in the head. He needs to be.
He needs to be, yeah. I'm like, it's Pac-Man Jones. Don't he? You know he can't count. The kicker, the only reason why they went into overtime in the first place, because otherwise they'd have lost in regulation.
Man, Bing.
Jay Green come back.
I just.
Would it made a difference?
If I'm AJ Green, I would stay away. I'll do it Andre Johnson. I'll just be like, you know what? I'm done. I'm just gonna cruise. I'm gonna cruise. And for that matter, Andre Johnson needs to go ahead and demand that trade right now, so he can just get on out, go to a team that needs him.
I don't know why.
And-
I know Houston would say.
I don't know why.
Houston would go to Cleveland and say, "You like Johnny anyway." Come Cleveland, don't
They
take
gonna
that
wind up-
trade for nothing. Don't
Y'all
want
go.
1-to-1 trade.
Go
to
ahead.
here in Houston.
Go ahead, Andre Johnson.
Ain't Ryan Mallett?
They said Ryan Mallett. Who said? I think Steve Young said he was watching Ryan Mallett or something and said he looked legit. So
Well, he's supposed to be
Somebody was watching.
Bill O'Brien's guy from the system they got up in New England. So I don't know how he hasn't been Ryan Fitzpatrick yet.
hey man, it's all good.
I had this conversation the other day at work, and I think they were talking about you know who you're moving on from and which quarterbacks are done, and next year's draft. And I'm like, y'all are real eager to ditch these dudes. I mean, this is how you get to an EJ Manuel. This is how you get to Christian Ponder, and this is how you're gonna wind up getting to whoever doesn't do nothing from the Big 12 next year. We're looking at these dudes in college, and Dak Prescott looks like a god on earth right now. But it's fun to watch him in college. Is that what you really want on your pro team?
Why not?
I'll take that Prescott. I know I'll take him over Jameis Winston. At least I know Dak Prescott will be on the field.
That's a principled decision there.
But he could still.
At least I know I got a quarterback that's going to work hard and go to the.
That's a principled decision.
Hey,
I guess my point, Prev, is nowadays, how do you call it? How do you call it though? Like how do you call it?
That is my point exactly. I'm like, at this point, nobody's calling it.
But my point is, how can you say he's going to be bad at the point where he could be good?
I don't know. I just haven't seen.
Free to be good. I'm still waiting.
One thing that Skip Bayless brought up is that Skip Bayless was like,
I can tell you might as well stop waiting.
I'm still waiting on a few guys
Don't wait anymore. What you waiting for?
I heard they talking about Colt McCoy in DC.
Colt McCoy?
McCoy.
That's a damn shame.
The number 3.
Hey, all I know is that cats were talking about, Kirk Cousins. He got drafted and he's going to be competition to RG3. And I'm like,
he is.
I didn't even know about. I'm like, who cares about a Kirk Cousins? He wasn't even the best quarterback in the Big Ten. I'm scared of Kirk Cousins on the pro level.
Yeah, man.
Please.
Yeah.
Never believed in Kirk Cousins. He wasn't even scary in the Big Ten.
Well, actually, Brian Hoyer didn't scare anybody in the Big Ten either. You see how that worked out?
That's because he's got Cleveland roots. That's why. That's because he's got. Brian Hoyer learned under Tom Brady, quite honestly. Kirk Cousins learned under who? Mark D'Antonio? Mark D'Antonio is a good coach, but he's the Mark Richt of the Big Ten. He got his one championship, Big Ten title last year, but I just can't see it happening again. Something's going to happen.
Mark Richt has won the SEC. I don't think Mark Richt has an SEC title.
What are you talking about?
He said Mark D'Antonio is the Mark Richt of the Big Ten. I'm not sure.
Right. Mark Richt, I think he has one.
When?
But think about it. Mark Richt, he always loses. He always loses when he doesn't need to lose.
When they lost,
I think he got one title.
I don't think they won it when they
lost. Talking about Georgia?
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't he have one SEC title?
I don't think he has one.
You talking about Georgia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think he has one.
No.
Nah, I don't think he has one.
Even worse.
Nah.
They made the Sugar Bowl once and they didn't win the SEC.
Because in the East, think about it. In the East,
it was Florida back then.
Oh, well, he's been there a while though.
Yeah, and he's won a lot of games.
So at Spurrier,
Florida.
So went from Spurrier to Urban Meyer. Yeah, I guess he has been there. Yeah, he has been getting beat that long.
Yeah, because but Stafford's been in the league 7 years, 6 years,
something like that. 6 years.
So that would have been Tebow. That would have been when Tebow was there. That would have been when Tebow was there.
Yeah. Well, let's not forget.
Been there long enough.
Yeah, I mean, let's not forget Florida won a national championship without Tebow.
Yeah, they won back to back, right?
Yeah, one with Tebow, one without. Well, Tebow was on the team, but he wasn't the quarterback. He wasn't the starter. So what's up with your boy Jameis, man? Anybody Anybody here saying he needs to withdraw?
This is like when OJ got in trouble the second time after he got off the first time.
I think OJ went from straight from getting in trouble the first time to the 5th time. I don't even know if there was a second time.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he just went on a tangent. He doing, Jameis on that George Zimmerman kick right now.
Jameis Winston.
No, I think a lot of stuff he done is just coming to the surface. I think he just like I said, I don't blame him. I blame all the people around him. I blame all the people around him who did not hold him accountable for all the shenanigans that he's been doing ever since he was a kid. Think about it. When somebody goes on American Idol and they're singing and they're really bad, do you blame that person? Or do you blame the people that told them that they were good?
Well, at this point, when it comes to American Idol, I can't say I blame the people because it's American Idol. They probably have been prepping this person to go on American Idol and make a fool of themselves for several years, knowing that was going to happen.
So I blame the person.
I'm just saying. I don't know if
Prev,
can I blame? Do I blame them or do I applaud them? That's what I'm saying. When it comes to American Idol.
Well, we're not applauding. We're not going to applaud the lack of discipline that Jameis Winston is not receiving right now because it's about to cost his boy his damn career to keep messing around. I mean, it's not that much winning a damn NCAA championship in the world. But Jimbo Fisher gonna get to a point where you can be like, you know what? I got one. I'm good.
Jimbo Fisher with the roll of his eyes when the dude dressed. for the suspended game. Okay. I'm not going to go into whose fault it was. I'm not going to go into the facts. Yeah, he knows the facts. He knows the facts.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm not going to say. I'm saying I'm not. I don't disagree for a second that there was a miscommunication with that student manager. All I'm saying is I saw the roll of the eyes, and I know exactly what Jimbo Fisher thought at that moment. This ninja here. That's what that dude has been thinking since last spring. This dude here.
Have we heard from Bobby Bowden on this yet? Where's Bobby Bowden? I need. That's a
good question.
We heard from the master.
Good question.
We heard from the master. Bobby Bowden has not commented on this yet, man. He's commented on everything else Florida State, but he has not I have not seen an interview or quote or nothing. I need to check his Twitter account.
Has Deion even said anything about this?
1927.
Is Deion
to Stephen A. and told him.
Deion said anything about it?
Deion said he told Stephen A.
They said Stephen A. said that Deion and them have already talked to him like several times. Like, what are you doing?
No. I said Deion comment in public on it. Has Deion commented in public? That's what I'm asking.
Deion not gonna comment in public.
Not Florida State,
what happens when Deion comments in public? Cats just think he's just a dumbass. Like he don't have nothing to say.
But he's got plenty to say all the time. I'm wondering, has he said anything about this?
I'm being sarcastic. My point is, I'm being sarcastic because usually when Deion talks, he's telling you the damn truth. That's what he's telling you.
I know one thing. I know I'm
ever since Deion got saved, Deion been telling the truth.
It might not be right, but it's
I know one thing.
You've been telling the truth.
I know one thing. If I'm Nick Saban, I know I'm pissed. I'm pissed because these folks out here think we need to blow out cats by 30 points every game and go undefeated. And it just makes me upset that we win the game and we still act like we lose. Nick Saban is like, I can't stand y'all. You're ungrateful country bumpkins out here just to blow every team out and win every game.
Alabama's dynasty is not dead. Roll Tide.
What's the name of the woman? They called
Roll the damn Tide.
Roll the damn Tide.
Yeah, that's Phyllis.
Phyllis.
Hey Jay.
Phyllis from Mulga, Alabama.
Hey Jay, he was a virgin until he was 28, and now Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Y'all ain't got no sense at all.
That's the ESPN commercial. ESPN commercial.
He was a virgin until he was 28, and now Roll Tide.
You know what's funny? Because I heard that clip from and I thought to myself, back to the year 1993. Pete remembers 1993.
Whatever.
When Alabama was good?
No. Yeah, the 1993 Alabama National Championship team, where they won pretty much every game, like 2-1, 5-4, 7-6.
Until the championship game.
Until the national championship game.
Until they played Miami and Gino Toretta. And they put up about 55. What the hell? You know what? Let me look that score up. That was terrible.
It was 34-21, and it wasn't that close.
It was not that close. It was terrible. That was Gino Toretta.
Yeah. But Alabama went that entire year with soccer scores and baseball scores.
Ohio State. And guess who Ohio State beat in the damn final game? Miami.
Well, wait a minute. Ohio State's entire non-conference schedule was like Virginia Union. They scored 50 points all those games.
But what I'm saying is they had 2 games where they had to win in the last play of the game.
Purdue.
Yeah, Purdue. Yeah.
Purdue.
It was terrible. What was the
Brian-
game where they threw the ball to Michael Jenkins, last play of the game?
Purdue.
Michael Jenkins over the
Purdue.
top. Touchdown.
Purdue.
Ohio State win.
Yep, Purdue. Craig
Terrible.
Krenzel.
What was the score of that
Yep.
game, though?
It was like 23, 24.
Yeah,
or
that,
17.
like I said,
It was
that
actually
ain't
more
the
like
93 Alabama national championship.
Well, Alabama's offense, I mean, remember, Alabama's defense was averaging 7 points a game.
Right, and they still winning.
that was
Yeah,
sick. They
Alabama's
were sick.
defense was for 2 touchdowns.
The
and they still
Alabama
only win-
defense was averaging a touchdown a game.
and they would still only win 6-3.
That's just sick, though.
The defense would
Yep.
score a touchdown and miss the extra point, and still win by 3.
Nah, it don't matter, man.
Nick
Just win.
Saban,
You
I
gotta
was
do
like,
it,
y'all
man.
act like I lost again.
That's why I'm trying to figure out.
Just win.
But that's why I'm trying to figure out how all of a sudden Florida State's not number one, and they won. They won.
When you beat three top
They're
10
the champs.
teams, I knew it was gonna happen. Doesn't matter.
Oh, Jay,
Doesn't matter.
you
I
ain't
knew
beat
they were
me
gonna
yet,
they were gonna jump
man.
them. You didn't. If they would have blown out that team, then it would have been different. They didn't blow them out. If they would have blown everybody out, even the game where Sean McGuire was a quarterback,
The Clemson.
it would be different.
Well,
Yeah,
I think
Clemson.
it wasn't so
They
much.
didn't blow out
It wasn't
Clemson
so much the close Clemson.
But everybody-
game, it was
but like I
Clemson State
said-
game.
But there's something to it, though. There's something to being the hunted, man. And you got getting everybody's best game, regardless of how sorry they are.
Mhm.
That's something
I mean,
to that.
look, it's the play.
There is,
thing
but
is-
when your quarterback is wilding out, I bet you these writers are holding it against Florida State. I wouldn't be surprised if they are. The good thing is you got a committee that's going to equalize. It's going to equalize all that when it's come playoffs.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't even matter right now. I'm not even paying that much attention to it because
Right.
It's-
And Alabama fans should be happy. They like, whew, thank God we got a playoff. So
some.
this is the old system. Done.
No, not necessarily.
Nah, because they
No.
beat if they
Well,
run
they
the
are. That's
table.
true.
Well, I was about to
They
say if
need-
they run, no, they're in the SEC West, which is the
The West
table. They're gonna
Binder.
beat Mississippi State, and
They
so
beat Mississippi State, and if Mississippi
and they're gonna
loses
beat Auburn.
twice,
And Auburn,
they're
and if
gonna-
Auburn runs the table from this one loss till they get to Alabama, that game's gonna look that much better if Alabama wins.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah, it's the SEC West. It's like if Mississippi State,
they're strong, man.
Yeah, and make no mistake about it, Mississippi State and Ole Miss, they for real.
All the Egg Bowls.
Oh,
gonna be crazy
Mississippi
this year.
State, I call that.
Yeah.
I called Mississippi State. I was like, they're gonna be State. Ooh, boys, ooh.
Well, the thing was,
Right.
people have been
Bo Wallace
saying
gonna
they
play
were supposed to
good
have been
again.
good 2 years ago, but now it's materializing.
Yeah.
Who, Ole Miss or Mississippi State?
Well, actually,
Uh,
both of them. Both of them.
Both.
Well, yeah, because
Oh.
them. What's this? What about that?
Remember, it wasn't supposed to be Auburn last year.
Namdichi or Nemdichi, those two brothers that's on the team.
Yeah.
They wasn't the younger brother like the number one recruit in the country.
I think both
And
of them. Like
you ain't
number
really
two,
heard about
number three.
I got a question. What is the elephant again to Alabama?
I don't know.
idea.
What's the bulldog to A&T?
Hey! It's the Aggie
Yeah,
dog.
zero is an Aggie.
What?
Aggie
Aggie
is a
Bulldog.
bulldog.
But
Aggie's a bulldog.
Aggie bulldog.
no, an Aggie is not a bulldog.
So
Aggie
what's an
bulldog.
Aggie? Is that
You know
short
what?
for agriculture?
There are Pete. I don't know if Pete ever heard that story or heard somebody in school say it, but I've
I know
heard.
what Aggie is. Go ahead.
I wanted to hit people in the tray in the cafeteria, listening to them try to explain to me that an Aggie was a breed of dog, and I'm like, y'all are in college, and you're having this conversation. There's a lot of people at this school who don't need to be in college.
Hold up.
I'm calling out some of my fellow Aggies. Yes, 20 years
Oh,
later,
Jesus.
it is
And
not a
somebody
breed of dog.
watching right now. Somebody going, damn, is that a dog?
Right. I thought an Aggie was a dog.
What the hell, Pete Pratt?
So what's
talking about?
the-
It's a dog, right?
So what's
Is that a dog?
what's
You
the
wait till I see that dude at homecoming, man. I'm gonna bust him in the mouth.
Where they tailgate at? Where they tailgate?
Wade's elephant?
Elephant, man. I'm like, And then Auburn Tigers got a war eagle.
Yeah,
You know what's the war eagle? What's the war eagle to the Auburn Tigers? What the hell is that?
What's the difference between a war eagle and an eagle?
I heard there's a story.
And Stanford
I know
got
the
a
story behind the war eagle. I know the story behind the war eagle.
And Stanford got a tree.
Well,
With big eyes.
Stanford is a tree because
Technically, they did have a
Yeah, they had a different name that was offensive, so they had to change it.
cardinal.
I know.
Yeah.
Right.
I know.
But see, that's
Now,
what happened.
So I'm trying to figure out where the Oakland Athletics got an elephant standing on a baseball.
That sounds pretty athletic to me.
Exactly. What's the heck? What's the heck?
Most people can't do that. You see an elephant doing it, shoot.
I get it.
I don't know about you. I can't stand in no ball.
Hold on, I'm back. Okay. Oh my goodness. Damn elephant on the baseball. Oh, elephant on the baseball. I would get it, man.
They had the 30 for 30 on, and I just so happened to see, and I was like, wait a second. Yeah, athletics is an elephant with a bat and a baseball? What the heck?
Oh, they had the
What the heck
earthquake.
is an athletic?
Yeah,
What's an athletic?
I know exactly where I was when the earthquake happened. I was right there watching the game.
I was at home watching the game when the earthquake happened.
I was watching it.
But did you do what I did when I was watching the game and you saw the camera shake and just kind of flutter, and it was like, and then all of a sudden it was like, and it went away and it came back and the camera was on something else. I was like,
the camera was on the floor. That's what it was on.
Camera was
but no, it was like, I was like, yeah, I was like, what the hell just happened? And I thought Will Clark was gonna clock that dude. Will Clark was walking out with his kids. That dude rolled up on him. And what about the game? It's like, what about the? He was about to smack.
You remember Will Clark? Will Clark was like Brett Favre. He was country.
Will Clark was about to jump on some cats, man.
About the game.
He grabbed that man, went and grabbed his kids and got the heck out of Dodge. He was like, I know what the hell is happening right now. He's like, I know what's going on. The damn earthquake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but then when they showed all the damage, like later on that night, you know what I'm saying, the next day when they showed the bridge and all that, I was like, damn. Like, ooh.
Yeah, I remember that bridge where the section came down. The real bad damage is when they said the top half fell on the bottom half of one of the bridges and smashed all them people in there.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, it was sad. It was sad, man. Man, let me tell you what, California has some rough stuff going on, 89, 90, 91. Rodney King, earthquakes.
Yep. I was about to say, is it really that much better now?
All right, let's move on.
All right.
What else is going on around here?
Y'all ought to be happy. NBA preseason.
Who's watching that?
I don't know. I just know y'all like some NBA.
I don't watch NBA until after the All-Star break.
You know I'm excited. I'm ready, but I ain't ready for preseason.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch certain games, but I'm not gonna sit here. I mean, come on, dude. I'm not getting myself on. First of all, my team sucks. Let's get that out of the way. That's A, and then B, my team sucks, and C, nobody plays hard until after the All-Star break. I mean, I'm curious to see what Cleveland gonna do. I mean, I know Jay excited. He might as well be.
Go ahead, Jay. It's okay. Be hype.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's
LeBron needs to do something with that damn headband.
It's 82 games, so we gotta pay.
What's that stuff they call? What's that ink that they're using? It's kind of like some sort of.
It's called a razor. Cut it off.
Carlos Boozer.
Yeah, the Carlos Boozer. What's that stuff called again? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's terrible. Yeah. Just cut it off. It's okay.
It's blacker than black. It's like blacker than.
Man, that dude headband was like this. He was taking a picture of the headband. Yeah.
He told the NBA, "I want a logo so big."
Man, I can't talk. Oh God. I'm dying over here, man. I'm dying. I'm choking. I'm dying.
The real life size joint.
Man, his damn headband. He got Jerry West. He got Jerry West's feet on his nose.
It's like he took.
Man, is man.
He
That
took
thing is
two
like
headbands.
he was like.
He told the NBA, sew 2 headbands together, stack them on top of each other, and sew them together, and then I want the logo on that.
It's the
That's
real
what he
Jerry West.
Yeah, man.
I want a life-size Jerry West on my forehead, on my headband.
I told you, he got Jerry West's feet on his nose, got his head on the top of his damn. It's terrible. I know Kyrie Irving and them in the back was snitching like this, just murk this. Like, yo, you see this dude headband, man?
I know Carmelo was
like,
I don't want that headband. I know Carmelo was like, I don't need a headband that big.
My hairline's straight.
Speaking of basketball, how ironic is that Kevin Durant said, "Oh man, Paul George, I need to relax and start working on me and focus on myself." And then you got a broken foot. Karma, like my boy said, best man. What's his name? Q from Best Man. Karma, baby. It's karma.
Man, that man. I mean,
I saw that.
I mess with Kevin Durant.
Bring me up to speed on that because I certainly don't. I don't follow the.
Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant pulled out of the USA FIBA.
Okay.
And, but now he hurt. He out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Right.
Yeah, I heard he broke his foot or something.
Right.
He broke a little bone. He broke the same bone I broke in my foot, which was ironic when I heard about it. So it's like the little bone on your pinky toe.
Oh.
Right on the side of your foot, right on the side of your toe.
Shit, Ronnie Lott would have had that cut off.
Right.
He played the next day.
Okay.
I think Ronnie Lott did have a cut off.
That damn thing hurt.
I think Ronnie Lott gnawed his foot off and played.
Anyway, this is not football.
I'm just saying.
Okay. It's not football. You can't play basketball with a cast on your arm, okay?
I know, man.
It's not football.
Ronnie Lott would have cut his arm off and played.
Anyway,
You're right. Ronnie Lott was like the Chuck Norris of the NFL.
Just as a FYI, the Kansas City Royals went up 3-0. Unbelievable.
The game started
Kansas City Royal about to win the damn championship.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I want to see an I-70 series. I want an All Missouri World Series.
Well, think about it.
St.
Think about
Louis
the
versus
scenario.
Kansas City.
Think about the scenarios we could have had, though. We could have had LA versus LA. You could have had Washington versus Baltimore. Now you still got the chance to see KC versus St. Louis, which would be ridiculous.
Well, hold on for a second. Didn't that game start at like 3?
That was a different game.
Today, it started at, I think
it was 2 games that came on because one game got delayed last night.
Okay, I was saying it's
It's
late. But shoot, man, I'm about to go to bed.
Yep. Sounds like a plan to me.
All right, man.
All right, fellas.
All right, Joe.